Hey, hi everyone, it's Cal. I hope you're doing well. I'm spending my last week on the farm here. I thought I'd share a little bit with you about what the farm out here is like. It's been having a lot of work done on it, so um, like a lot. So there's kind of trash everywhere, but it all gets hauled away next week. Um, as you know, there are a lot of animals that need homes here in Southern California. Oh my God, am I there? No, in southern Italy. A lot of animals need homes, and I will be rescuing a dog on Monday. I'll do a little video of that. Very tiny one. Uh, I'm I've been away, well, not away, but in bed because I've had this incredible heat rash because it's so hot here. Right now it's not hot, thankfully. So I thought this would be a good day to just show you a little bit what the farm is about. And I can't flip back and forth on my phone, so I kind of just have to hold it. So I want to show you, this is one of the little houses that I made for the cats because the dogs from the surrounding area come and hunt the cats. And there's been a lot of crazy stuff go on. So I took these old beekeepers. These are for making honey, and they have a whole bunch of them here on the farm. And so I drilled a hole in them and I made them into these little cat houses. And of course I put some foam in there for the cats. So this is just one. I've done many. I'll just show you one of the other ones. These are orange trees here. They grow everywhere in southern Italy. These ones they weren't really planted in the right spot. They need to be in a place where they get a lot of water. Orange trees take a lot of water. So they're looking a little, as we would say here, cozy cozy. This is the old chicken coop. This is where I'm going to put the rescue dog in for now. The dog that I'm going to rescue has been in a little concrete cubicle for over 11 years. He's never been touched by a human. He's never been spoken to. He's just been left there, and he's been there for over 10 years. So, and it goes around. So I'm going to put him in here for, I think, about 3 or more months. We'll see how he's doing. I won't be here, so I'm having somebody else monitor the situation, which brings me to another transgression. If any of you female preferred, sadly, because the women in the house prefer a female, they are looking to have someone stay in their home just to feed the animals and sweep the front deck and stuff. And the home's quite nice, and it has its own little kitchenette and everything. So if anybody's interested in that, please let me know, especially those of you that work from home. I put a new monitor in there and everything. I'll show you that later. Here's another one of the little homes that I've put up in the olive trees. I put two here, one for Hardy and one for his brother. Those are the children of a stray cat that came here for refuge. Like I said, we have over 20 cats that all need to be adopted. Here's one of the brothers. This is Laurel, and his brother is Hardy, which is kind of funny because when they were little, Hardy was kind of the dominant one, and now he's sort of the man about town on the property, and he was the runt. He was really, really tiny, but now he's actually quite a big cat. He's still a baby. He's an adolescent, and his brother Hardy, who was very sort of dominant, is now less dominant. He's sort of the lover of the farm. He's the one that just wants to be held like a baby. So that's Hardy. So it's kind of interesting how they both have had these sort of massive personality changes. Laurel was always with his mom, like forever. So here's the other side of the little enclosures that I've set up for the cats. There's about 400 About 400, yeah. Olive trees here on this farm. This farm is really easy to get to. You just fly to Rome and the bus stop's actually just down the street, so it's super easy to get to. I'm going to show you the two houses that are on this property. There's the main farmhouse, and then there's a cantina. All the houses here have what is called a cantina. It's kind of like a dry storage area for all sorts of herbs and vegetables. This here is a carob tree. And these are carobs, and you can actually eat them. They're quite sweet. Not bad. They're better when they're ground up. Here's another one of these cat enclosures that I put up here. It needs to be stabilized. There's lots of fruit trees. There's a little fig grove here. We've had all the trees cut back so that they double their produce this year. There's sort of like a standing pond as well. This pond is actually a water reservoir. It's not needed though. There's 2 wells on the property, and they use the water from the city. So here we are at the main house. There are 3 gates to this property. There's one at the back, one on the side, and of course one at the front. This here is the cantina. This here is the main house. And it's so, the feeling of it being inside there is just so stable. Oh, here comes the sun. And then there is the sunroom down here. So this is the big sunroom. There's lots of places to sit in there. There's little libraries kind of throughout. They're very tiny. There's a huge laundry room. This is a really big almond tree here. And there's a kind of fruit that grows here that's called corbetzula. I don't know if any of you have had it. I wouldn't say it's great tasting, but it is, it's not bad, it's different. These irises actually grow wild here in southern Italy. It's crazy to see. They're everywhere. These beautiful purple irises and also black irises, the smaller ones. Freesias grow wild here. And what's the other color? White irises. So this here is the corbetzula tree. It doesn't have any fruit on it right now, or I would show you. These are miniature orange trees, and they have fruit on them, which I eat every day. And this is the other house. This is, they're related. This is the mom, and this is one of the sons here. And I built this little enclosure for the animals here because they all belong to this lady here. But they're not maintained, so just trying to give a hand. I've even put a little house up in this tree. You can't see it. It's kind of tucked in behind there. Perry! And there's my cat. I brought my old cat with me. She's almost 15. She doesn't like it here. Too many animals, and they're all stressed out. But now they've been calmer. We like to feed the animals I like to feed the animals at the same time every day because they're calmer. They know, they start learning the routine. So I do have a little routine, very small little routine, that I'm hoping whoever comes to spend some time here will adhere to, so that the animals know what to expect. So we also have this garage here, and I don't really know what they built it for. There's 2 garages for this little house. This little house was built in the 1700s actually, and then it was renovated. This is all the trash from all the building. We've been ripping apart everything. And now we've got solar panels on the roof. I don't know if you can see them. There they are. Solar panels on the roof of the little house, and this is all the machinery that goes with operating them. This will all be closed in. And now we go into the little house. We just had these new doors put in so that it's all glassed in, but I don't have all the windows open, so it looks a little dark in here, but it's quite cute. We haven't got any of the art on the walls yet. We've got these built-in cupboards. This is the little living room here. And then we go into sort of like a little dining area here. And this floor is early 1700s. And what the father did was there were only 2 rooms to this little house, and he built the bathroom and the bedroom and everything else. So right now we're just cleaning up this house after all the building has been done. And we are in the process of obviously the decorating, getting all of the cutlery and silverware and everything that everybody needs. I had it fully stocked when I was in here because I was in here all day long. I loved it. This here is like an old wood oven that still works. Every year we have a really big party here in August, and we invite a ton of people, about 60 people, 50, 60 people. And we do a pizza party, and we put all the pizzas in there. It's actually huge in there. It's not just this little kind of hole. It's this big kind of receptacle in there. So you can put a lot of pizzas in there. And this is the little house. So I just wanted to share this with you today to just let you know what's been going on. We're going to list this on Airbnb. If any of you want to come and stay here, I'm going to give you all a discount code. It's super cheap. It's like, I don't know, $20 a night. So, and you can, there's like 40 churches in the surrounding area, and there's bicycles here, and of course there's car rentals and all sorts of stuff, but it's a tiny little town, Castrovillari. This property goes all the way back, and I'm not going to walk all the way back there today, but there are pears, persimmon trees, lots of different kinds of pears, apple trees, different nut trees, walnuts, almonds, forget what the other one is. And yeah, in the summertime, this is like just food haven craziness. And of course, there are figs everywhere in this place. And I mean figs that are amazing. And they're just, everybody lets them just fall on the ground. So that's it. That's the little farm. Just wanted to share this with you before I leave. So I hope you enjoyed the tiny little tour. I hope you were able to see it with my little video handheld phone thing. I'm sorry I'm not more technical. But other than that, I hope you're all well. And yeah, let me know if any of you decide you want to come out. And I can give you a list of all the cool things to do. And the tiny little village is adorable. You can just walk around. You can just ride the bike to the village. It's like 15 minutes walking, so probably a 10-minute bike ride. And there's a bike here. And I bought a bike, so, you know, I'm happy to let you use it. I think I'm going to hang it up here so that everyone can see it when they come. And it's really a good experience actually coming to these remote villages in South Italy because you really get a feeling of the authenticity of living. Like, it's not really easy living for the people that actually stay here. For us, it is because we have this big property and all this abundance going on. But I have seen some people that live the way they were living in like the 1800s, I'm sure. But it is such a great experience and it's so authentic and the people are so nice and all the services here are less than half price than they are in the real world. Oh God, way less than half price than they are in the real world. And yeah, it's just a fantastic time. If you can take off like a chunk of time to stay out here, you can have just a really unique experience and, get back to yourself and what's really important to you and really have that time for clarity because you're sort of thrown back into the old world here that is archaic pretty much, but it is so good for grounding. It is so good for getting back to who you really are, and it's so good for really being able to clearly see what's important to you um, and I don't know, make a plan to have that to get there or whatever it is that you're doing on your own. There isn't a lot of hype here. Everything is super low key, and that's the beauty of it. The low keyness, the living close to the earth. Everybody lives close to the earth here. Everybody has like a little garden in their backyard. Everybody has oranges and lemons in their yard. Everybody makes homemade limoncello like you. I've never had limoncello before. I'm telling you, the limoncello here is unbelievable. I mean, it is incredible. And there's a real process to it too. I never knew that there's a real strange process to it. Like, for example, when you make the limoncello, part of the process is you have to turn the glassware in a specific way every day. You have to do it, I think, for 17 days, 16 days, 17 days. They make the limoncello here, and it was so good. I drank like, I think I made a 3-liter jug, and I think I drank it all in like 3 months, just sort of nipping away at it in the fridge when I was coming to the little house. And then boom, one day it's empty, and I'm like, who drank all that? Oh, I drank all that. Oh my God. It was really good. It was really not sweet at all, and it was so lemony. But yeah, so just wanted to share you what living in southern Italy can be like. Very refreshing, very authentic, and very real. And, getting back to ourselves and really becoming real is absolutely critical, especially because, in some ways we're almost being turned into robots these days. And, the beauty of being human is to have this communion with the earth, and living in a rural area certainly can do that. Now, I understand sometimes living in a rural area for too long can be detrimental because there is a balance to life. But for the most part, I actually think it's a very beautiful experience. And I look forward to my time here. This was the longest I'd ever stayed. I stayed here for just under 2 years this time. Normally I come for just a few months, but this time has been really good. Has been really good, especially just trying to pretty much turn off all that electrical stuff and trying to kind of defrag my mind and body. I mean, that is so critical. And it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do, but because we're so addicted to our social media in so many ways. But really trying to tone that down and really sort of lay your hands on the earth every day is really going to set you right in mind and body. So, um, yeah, there's a lot to say about the little town of Castrovillari. It has everything you need. I've been to all the surrounding towns here, and there's a bunch of cute towns, like Seabari is really cute, but I have to say that Castrovillari has everything. Like, they have a major hospital, they have Chinese medicine. They have just a huge grocery store, Centro Commerciale, which actually you can walk to. It's like 4 minutes walking. Um, so you really do have everything, especially right here in this little spot. I mean, his dad picked well when he picked this spot. But other than that, I don't want to ramble on like I tend to sometimes. I just wanted to, again, share with you what authentic living is like here in southern Italy. And if you're ever interested in coming, drop me a line below. And I'd like to hear your comments, anyways, on what's interesting for you. There's some beautiful, beautiful churches, not just in this town, but in the surrounding areas. And most of the areas, I don't know how fit you are, but if you can ride the bike to all of them. Civita's up on a hill, um, but it's a good challenge, let me tell you. It's a good challenge. But the churches are just fantastic here, especially the churches in Frascineto. Frascineto is like super tiny, tiny, tiny. I don't even know where the grocery store is, but for some reason they have really beautiful churches there. And you can and what are they called, the sermons, the masses that they have there, they fully deck themselves out every week. Like, it's not just for Christmas. They fully deck themselves out every week. And Castrovillari has, this town here has a tiny little old town with, I think there's, well, for sure there's two churches in there. There's the Madonna Castello on the hill, and then there's another one just down from it. And then there's up the street, there's a third one. And then there's four. There's just so many churches here. This is the place to just feast your eyes on all the beautiful relics of what it means to be true to your heart, and what you're searching for in the human life, which is communion with source. And this is definitely the place to really see those images everywhere you go in town. You'll even find little chapels on the side of the street. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And like I said, if you're interested in coming to Castrovillari and you have any questions about it, post your questions below, and I'm so happy to answer them. And other than that, I will be posting, when we get this done, hopefully next week, I hope to be posting a link on Airbnb before we go, and I'll give you guys a code to use to get it for almost next to nothing. So having said that, I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.